Good evening and welcome back to Let's Play Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. When we left off last time, we just landed on Kashyyyk. We had another vision shared between Bastila and myself. I do really want to go out and check out Kashyyyk, but first, let's see if Karth has anything to talk about. I guess, what do you know about Revan and Malik?
I think that I once looked up to these two as the best that humanity had to offer. Now I'd like nothing more than to put a blaster to both their heads. Although I suppose that only Malik is left, isn't he? Turned on his own master. Not that Revan didn't have it coming. Typical for their kind, I guess.
You knew them personally?
No, not personally. They aided the Republic.
Didn't I have this conversation with him? I'm pretty sure I did. This seems very
Without
familiar.
That, the Mandalorians would have finished us for certain. In the fleet, we didn't see much of the Jedi. And I only met Malik once, but I was impressed by him. I guess that just shows how much the dark side can change someone.
What do you know about the dark side?
I used to think that it was a fancy name for something that I see every day. Corruption is everywhere. People are greedy and stupid and do horrible things. I'm starting to think it's different for the Jedi, however. That there's this evil watching them, waiting for its chance. You have so much courage and strength in you, yet somehow I have no trouble imagining it differently, like the flip side of a coin. It's not just you, it's Bastila as well. She's so intense. And I don't pretend to know much about the Force, but I know evil.
I'm not falling to the dark side, and I won't. It does sound like he's implying we're evil, but...
No? I know how people change. I remember how Malik looked and acted before his return. And I bet the old Malik discounted the possibility that he would ever fall as well. Well, neither you nor Bastila are fully trained on how to handle your power. I'm just concerned at what might come.
I can handle myself, Karth.
I know that. And Bastila says the same thing. You're both incredible women. I'm just not sure this is the kind of thing that you can defeat. I suppose finding the star maps is more important than your training and your safety. I just hope there isn't a price for you to pay.
We'll be just fine. Okay, so we did not have that conversation with him before. It sounded a little familiar at the beginning, but then he starts talking about concerns about the dark side, and that I don't remember. I don't know if we have more to talk about with Bastila. Yeah, it sounds like. Okay, let's talk about what you said before about giving in to your emotions.
Yes, I did end that quite abruptly, didn't I? Perhaps a master could have addressed my questions with the proper wisdom, but I never should have brought it up here, not with you. Part of my purpose on this mission was to guide you in the way of the light, to help you avoid the temptations of the dark side. But I fear I've failed in that task.
How so?
I don't think I'm the proper Jedi to guide you. I'm no master. You should have remained with the
What have I done that's dark side, other than kill Lorgal? Yeah, why do you say that?
The fact of the matter is, I have never possessed much skill at controlling myself. With the bond that joins us, it seems I have even less. You have maintained the path of the light side, but it has been in spite of my influence, not because of it. It's increasingly obvious I am unable to guide you properly.
Well then, maybe I should guide you. Well, so what now then?
I don't know. I think I may have made a very big mistake. I simply hope that you are not the one who pays the price, ultimately, for the fact that I can't help you enough.
Maybe we could help each other.
That's a kinder response than I deserve. And I can see there is wisdom in your words. Perhaps you can help me. And I will try to help you if I can. Hopefully this will all work out for the both of us. And for the sake of the mission.
You guys are all just worrying way too much about things. It's fine. Oop, there we go. Where am I going? Okay, it's freaking out on me a little bit. We already talked to Juhani. Good grief. Okay, let's see if we can just get out of here and maybe that'll fix it. If I remember how to get out of here. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So, we want to make sure we take Zaalbar with us. And I guess Bastila. We could talk to Canderous and hear another of his lovely stories, but we'll let it wait. Greetings to you. While I'm pleased to see you welcome you to planet G563, I cannot see your ship on my docking schedule. What, we're not allowed to just visit on a whim? The Czerka Corporation will see to your needs, of course, but there will be a 100 credit docking fee. In advance, I fear. What service does 100 credits get me? Well, we are limited in many ways, but I doubt you will find even basic facilities anywhere else in this remote sector. But I'm sorry, I really must insist that docking fees be paid before I impart further services. I must follow proper procedure. On collection of the correct fees, I will extend what resources the Czerka Corporation can offer. I'm sure you understand. Is the price negotiable? Very simply put, no. Operation of these remote outposts is an expensive endeavor. I represent wealthy clients. You should let me pass. Aha! Normally I wouldn't do this, but I don't feel like arguing. I'll consider a promise of future payment, business payment, enough. I see you have a Wookiee with you. Can I assume you understand their language? For a fee, Czerka Corporation can provide a translator for you during your visit. I don't need a translator. That will not be necessary. Very well, though only the most adaptive people seem to comprehend the Wookiee language, such as it is. What do you mean, such as it is? Now then, please follow me to our information center. I will answer any further questions there. Oh, Zaalbar's got some levels. So, Zaalbar. I notice we're on your planet. You got anything to say about that? Anything more to say about yourself? Oh, still not? Well, I guess we could ask him about the planet. He's the one to know. Do you know anything about the planet we're on? I've been away from Kashyyyk a long time. The things look the same as I left them. The slavers still hold my people prisoner. Your people are prisoner? I'm not sure what I could tell you, or even what I would want to. You're an outsider here, too. It angers me. Well, maybe we'll talk later. So his people are enslaved. Well, what if we do something about that, Zaalbar? There's got to be an option. Oh, none of you guys are good at opening stuff. Let's... Maybe we'll take her off, and Mission can come on. She'll be happy to be with Zaalbar anyhow. Go open that up. Hopefully no one gets upset.
Gotcha. Simple.
This one too? Yeah.
Gotcha. Simple.
Good job. Well, let's see what else we got here. Is this guy worth talking to? Nope. Alright, Photo Medu. What do you want? I don't get a lot of time off from loading cargo, so if you've got something to say, make it quick. Wow. What do you do for Czerka? I'm not actually considered a real employee. At least not enough to get one of those uniforms they strut around in. I just load cargo. When a ship comes in, I work straight through the day, but mostly I just pass the time playing Kashyyyk. Want a game? Certainly not. I have to go. Well, I guess that's it for this little section. Let's move on. Wait, Comad? Comad Fortuna? What are you doing here? Greetings again to you, human. It would seem the call of the hunt has brought us both to this troubled world. I've not been here long, but I can already see I will not be as welcome here as I had hoped. What are you doing here? No, I don't think he's following me. Why'd you leave your home on Tatooine? It was a hard decision, but I felt I had no other choice. I had done a disservice to the apex predator of that world. It was time to go. I've come here to seek even greater prey than what we faced on Tatooine, but the climate here is politically cold, and I don't know if I will be allowed to hunt. Well, whose permission are you looking for? An astute question. Czerka Corporation seems in control here, but they don't care if I wander the Shadowlands, so long as I have paid their docking fee. Instead, I hope to gain the trust of the native Wookiee population. I'm not here just to kill the biggest thing that I can find. I want to understand how they hunt. So, what are you doing to gain their trust? Very little. I'm sure they've had enough of off-worlders like the Czerka claiming good intentions. I will simply try to stay out of their way. That doesn't seem like a very proactive way to go about earning their trust and getting your hunting rights. I've heard of an off-worlder that has gained respect by living in the Shadowlands for some years. Perhaps I will attempt the same. It could just be hunter tales, though. Well, good luck with that. Farewell, perhaps we'll meet again. A great hunt on this world would be glorious.
Speak with the director if you need
Okay, you guys
information.
aren't worth
I only
talking
deal with
to.
volume buyers.
Ooh. Kashyyyk, my home. I should have prepared you for coming here, but I don't know if I've prepared myself. Ooh, you gonna open up a little for us, Zaalbar? Let's hear it. So, prepared me, what do you mean? I didn't leave Kashyyyk voluntarily. Mission must have told you how I was fleeing slavers, but there was more. I'm in exile. The slavers on Kashyyyk only took me after I was forced to leave my village home 20 years ago. Why were you forced to leave? My brother made deals with the slavers and allowed them to get a foothold. Oh, I found out and attacked him. Well, good for you. The fight was stopped, but my father did not believe me when I told him about my brother's actions. I was made an exile, disowned by my home and people. I should not be here. They will not accept me back. So we gotta find a way to redeem him then. To get the truth known that he's actually a good guy. Why didn't your father believe you? When I attacked my brother, I was so mad. I used my claws. You don't understand what that means to a Wookiee. Our claws are tools, not weapons. To use them in battle is to become an animal. It is madness without honor. Ooh. I am forever a Magclaw in the eyes of my people. Nothing I say is to be trusted. They were right to cast me out. Oh, poor Zaalbar. No wonder he didn't want to talk about any of this. Well, we'll deal with that if we have to. But maybe we'll try something a little nicer. Time has passed, things will have changed. Probably not, but the slavers are still here. This dock is theirs. I doubt anyone has risen to try and fight. Nothing has changed. I just hope I can prove myself to my people. It will be difficult to make them listen. I just don't know. Well, I guess we'll deal with that if we have to. I don't have much hope. We'll turn things around for you, Zaalbar. We'll make this happen. Alright, you have a name, so let's talk to you. Matin Dasel, and who's this fella? Eli Gand.
Greetings to you. Something I can get for you?
Kindly direct your inquiries to me. Matin is merely an indebted employee. His opinions don't amount to much.
Oh, wow. Try talking to him again, but it might just be the
I think
same
you better
thing.
talk to Eli directly. He's the boss, for the time being.
Alright, what is it, Eli?
So, new spaces have come to Wild Kashyyyk. Please, look well upon the wares of Eli Gand. I live to serve your needs.
Just be sure to pay cash. The interest on his loans will drain you like a diluvian fatworm on a hut's backside.
That's a nice
First off,
visual.
Hearts are all backside. Secondly, I don't much like the comparison. No need to get personal. It's just business. Poor fellow. He's been waiting for his friends to return with my money for a standard month now. But you don't need to hear this. What can I get you?
Well, do you always enslave your debtors?
Enslave? I resent that. Simply fair business.
Indentured
This man's
servitude is a
fellows left
type of
without
slavery.
settling their debts, so he must make up the difference.
I know, it's standard trading rules. I just want to know where my crew went. I was only gone for 2 days. This isn't like them.
Yes, very sad that they would abandon you, especially while you were doing me a favor and helping repair one of my freighters.
Something about this whole situation stinks worse than an overcrowded Ronto stable. What kind of friends would just abandon a crewmate?
You think you know someone and they turn out to be a cheat. Oh, not like you, Matin. You honor your deals. A word is a bond in trade.
Yeah, Mission, I think you're right. There's more going on here than we know, but how much debt buys a man's life?
Oh, it isn't about the amount. After all, as a skilled mechanic, Matin is worth much more than what is owed, especially on this remote planet.
Oh, you flatter me, Eli. I guess we're best buddies now.
As I was saying, it's a matter of principle. I'm nothing if not honest in my dealings, and I demand the same. He'll be free to go when his friends turn up and the debt is paid. I honor my deals. Let no one say otherwise.
Well, perhaps I could settle some of his debt.
Thanks, but no thanks. No offense, but there's no point in exchanging debt to Eli with debt to you.
Well, I won't enslave
Besides,
you.
He is a hard worker. I'd prefer to keep him.
Do your daughters have a habit of running off?
It happens from time to time. Credits are scarce out here, and not everyone is as honest as Mr. Dasel here.
You'll get your money. My crew will be back.
Of course they will. Until then, however, I can make use of you as a mechanic. Very rare to find skills of your kind out here.
No, this... Matin, he's keeping you enslaved on purpose, so that you can be his free mechanic. Alright, I'll get going.
See you soon, I hope. Always open.
No, we're gonna figure out what happened to his friends. Like Mission said, there's something shady going on here. Alright, I got myself a little mixed up. What do we got here? The walkway. Janus's office. Okay, so that's where we're supposed to go, and this is where the ship was. Alright, alright. So. Well, I guess we'll go to where we're supposed to go first. Come along, guys. Oh, and I immediately set off the wrong way towards the ship. Darn it. Okay, here's where I need to go. Up here, and then... This is the Czerka office. Ooh, with some handy crates to check out. Hopefully this guy doesn't care that I'm looting all this stuff. Any more? Oh yeah, there's a footlocker. Go get it. So then, scientist,
Welcome
eh?
to Adia. I trust you will find our facilities pass inspection. Czerka Corporation is very efficient.
You have nothing to be proud of, fool.
I'm sorry, I don't understand Wookiee speak. Shiri Wook, I think it's called. What did the Wookiee say?
He wants to rip your legs off and beat you with them. You work on Kashyyyk and you don't understand the language?
Czerka Corporation calls the planet Adian, and no, I don't understand the language. The local Wookiee leader has made it so we don't need to. Wookiees
Oh, really?
are unable to speak basic, but for the last decade, the residents of all local villages have been trained to understand it.
Well, what good would that do?
It helps ease tensions. They are less hostile towards us if they understand what we say.
Wouldn't it be better if you understood them in turn? And it makes my people more desirable as slaves. Yeah, that's the
What
point.
did he say? I don't usually have a translator I can ask.
Well, he said that knowing basic just makes his people better
I
slaves.
just work here in the lab. I don't have anything to do with the taking of slaves.
Yeah, how convenient. All the benefits with no guilt.
I don't have to justify myself to you. I do good work here. If you're looking for trouble, go somewhere else.
What is your job here?
I'm conducting experiments on various samples of indigenous plant life. There may be untapped pharmaceutical resources here. Of course, that will take some time, and the Wookiees are a more immediate source of income. Please, I must return to my work.
Uh-huh. Well, I want to ask questions about
I'm
the planet.
sorry, but Director Janos will see to your questions. I must continue my work.
All right, we won't get mean
Farewell.
with him. He's a crappy person, but there's no point. You have anything to say? No.
Our work here could
Neither
be
do
very
you.
important if any effort was put into it.
Ooh, let's go get this plasteel cylinder. Then we'll talk to Janos. All right, you. Greetings again. How can Czerka Corporation serve you during your visit to Adian? Well, first off, it's not Adian. The planet already has a name. Yeah, tell me about the planet. You called it G563 before. That's a numerical designation. The galactic basic name is Adian, chosen by corporate ballot among stockholders. A population already lived here, and they named it. It would seem you are already acquainted with this world, given your choice of traveling companion. I've been away for a very long time. You let the beast speak for you? You allow it more liberties than most of our customers. Ooh. Allow it liberties? What do you mean? He means that they're slavers. They take my people from their homes and sell them to the highest bidder. Your current Wookiee seems displeased with the situation, but I fail to see a concern. You seem to be a satisfied customer. Janos Vortka, you're a piece of crap. Zaalbar's no slave. He has pledged a life debt, but I don't think we even need to say that right now. I'd rather not. The only important thing is that he's not a slave. Very difficult thing to stage. I commend you for it. So much easier than relying on restraining collars. This guy's not getting the point that we think he's disgusting. Do not demean the life debt. Do not. Whoops. I must warn you that you will be blamed for the actions of your Wookiee. Please, call him off. Actually, yeah. Why? I should let him kill the lot of you. I'm merely a servant of the corporation. The Wookiee leadership is in agreement. Harvesting is made as delicate as possible. You're not merely a servant. You're complicit. You're part of the problem. Please, it is not my decision. It is an acceptable practice, I assure you. No, there's nothing acceptable about it. I guess... Tell me about it. I won't be more understanding if I know, but let's get him to give us all the information he's got. Nope. It's not good policy to talk about our corporate strategy. Sorry, but I can't say any more. Well, tell you... We'll threaten him. Tell me what you mean or I'll blight your floor. No, there's no call for that. It's a simple matter, really. We supply arms in exchange for a supply of healthy Wookiees. We are kept profitable, and an agreeable leader is kept in power. It keeps the process from becoming a constant firefight. You know what else would keep it from being a constant firefight? Just not enslaving the Wookiees. What's this leader's name? I believe his name is Shundar. I don't deal directly with them, thanks goodness. Far too brutish. Oh, not a name I wanted to hear. I bet Shundar is his brother. It sounds as though your thrall has an opinion about our arrangement with this leader, but it doesn't matter. Shundar is unquestioned. What about it, Zaalbar? What's the matter? It is not something I will talk about. Not yet. It's his brother. I'm sure of it. Please, is there anything else? I have work to do. Yeah, I do have other questions, actually. I'll answer if I can. I need supplies. What's available here? And he's just gonna tell me stores to go to. Oh, if you're here to purchase local species, you must wait for a licensed Czerka Corporation trader to return from deliveries outside the system. I kind of do want to purchase the species because there was that guy in Manan that wanted some. Okay, I'm looking for something called a star map. I'm sorry, but I have no information on that. Are you sure you meant to come here? This world is very primitive. Much of it is still unexplored, even by the locals. The forest gets ever more dangerous the further you descend. The lowest levels, the Shadowlands, are largely unknown. Well, I guess that's it for now. Very good. Feel free to inspect our operation here, but I would advise against going too far from the main landing area. The planet is still very much untamed, and we do not send out patrols for lost tourists. Alright. Oh, look at this guy. We don't have an option to set him free? Or I guess her. I don't know how to tell between a Wookiee male and a female. Well, let's hop in here. Gotta find a way to reach the actual Wookiee population. I don't want to just be talking to all these Czerka guys.
We gotta do something about your breath. I didn't
Really,
want to say
Mission?
anything, but it's bad. Worse than usual, which is hard to believe. In fact, now that I think about it, your breath has been pretty rancid ever since we rescued you from those Gamorrean enslavers. What'd they feed you, buddy?
They didn't. I wasn't their guest, Mission. I was a prisoner. I don't think they cared much what happened to me.
Oh, Zaalbar, that's terrible. I know how grouchy you get if you don't get your 8 square meals a day. I'm amazed you didn't pass out from hunger.
I did manage to take a chunk out of the arm of a guard. Don't want her too close to my cage. But it tasted awful, so I spit it out.
Ew! No wonder your breath is so bad, Big Z. Gamorreans smell like bantha poodoo. We'll have to pick you up a toothbrush to clean that stench out of your choppers.
Wookiees do not brush their teeth, Mission. It just isn't done. What humiliation will you use on me next? A comb?
Okay, relax. No toothbrush. Sheesh. Just try and eat something else to cover up that smell, okay? Stay away from anything that's smart enough to lock you in a cage this time.
I'll take care of it as soon as I can, Mission. For now, let's stay focused on the task at hand. Yeah, I mean, really, this breath issue mission, there's much more important things going on.
Hold here, Spacer. Czerka Corporation doesn't recommend traveling in wild Adean.
Good for
Katarn
Czerka
attacks
Corporation.
are especially bad right now. Wookiee hunters usually keep numbers down, but I think they leave certain areas infested, just hoping a Czerka guard will get killed.
Good for them. Well, what do you know about the Wookiees?
You're the Wookiee lover. Why don't you tell me about them? I'm sure you're real close friends.
Yeah, this guy's ridiculous. We'll get him, Zaalbar. We'll drive
Keep your
all these
pet on
guys
a
off the
leash,
planet.
or you'll be wearing him. I've no love for these animals. I've seen guards ripped to shreds.
Well, they had it coming. Yeah, maybe I should just let him rip your arms
I
off.
don't take kindly to threats. Don't test me, Spacer. We've more than enough firepower to bury you here.
I'm just trying to get my bearings.
What are you doing? Are you making fun of me? Don't push your luck, fool.
Well, regardless, I'm going past you. I paid the landing
I
fee.
won't stop you, but you leave this area at your own risk. We're here to protect the company, not you.
Fine by me. Alright, we're going to head to the Great Walkway, but we're going to do that next time. I'm going to wind the episode down here. Like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this. Come back next time. We'll go to the walkway, see if we can find some Wookiees, and ideally I would like to find a way to get Czerka off this planet entirely. We'll see what we can figure out.